வெல்கம் டு விசாகப்பட்டினம். எல்லாரும் அதை வைசாக்னு தான் கூப்பிடுவாங்க. இந்த இடம் வந்து ரொம்ப ஒரு ஸ்பெஷலான இடம். ஏன்னா அஃப்கோர்ஸ் இட்ஸ் அ போர்ட் டவுன் ஜஸ்ட் லைக் மெட்ராஸ். அண்ட் இங்கே வந்து போட்ஸ், இந்த ஃபிஷிங் ட்ரேட், மார்க்கெட்ஸ்லாம் அவ்வளோ லைவ்லியாக இருக்குது. ஒரு சீனுமே வந்து ஒரு பெயிண்டிங் மாதிரி தான் இருக்குது. இங்கே வந்து நம்ம ரொம்ப ஒரு ஸ்பெஷலான ஆர்டிஸ்ட்டை பார்க்க வந்திருக்கோம். இட்ஸ் ப்ரொஃபஸர் வி ரமேஷ். அவர் ஹிந்துஸ்தானோட அசோசியேஷன் பார்த்திங்கன்னா பல வருஷம். பட் அன்ஃபார்ச்சுனேட்லி என்னால் இங்கே ட்ராவல் பண்ண முடியல. அவரோட வந்து நேராக வர முடியல அப்படிங்கிறதுனால நான் ஃபோனில் பேச போகிறேன். அவர் வந்து என்ன சொல்கிறாரு ஹிந்துஸ்தானை பற்றி நம்ம கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம்.
Yeah. If I go back in time, there was this whole thing. I come to IOC building, I climb that flight of steps. Mama would be sitting at his counter. Sometimes he would be barking at some poor idiot who never knew what he wanted, but he would be hanging around the shop. Or sometimes he would be shouting at those poor salespeople. But I've realized that over the years that behind that gruff shouting of his was this strong vein of affection. You know, he cared. He cared for his clients. He cared for the kids who worked for him. At some point, I don't know when, I would walk directly into the shop, pick this up, pick that up, and ask things, which became a habit. And then I realized that point that I was part of the HTC family because they had let me in. Appa had let me in. You know, I've never had these accounts at an art shop. I mean, I would pay and get my material fast. But at some point, it also happened with HTC that I would just order things. Earlier, I would just send you a check or send some money order. But later, you know, because I'm so lazy, I thought it made sense that I settle accounts at the end of the year or 2 years. Because when you're in the midst of working, you're not bothered about should I go to the bank to send them the money or should I write a check. I just ring up HTC and whoever picks up the phone, I say, okay, send me 2 boxes of watercolors. I want this, I want that. And I can be rest assured, a day or 2 days later, my material would be here. Which is like such a, you won't know what a big security it is. It's like an emotional security as well as some kind of physical security where you know that your material is going to come. You don't have to stop working. That, I don't know how he sensed it, but that has worked for me so beautifully all these years. I mean, whenever I had a show, and you know that I keep ordering by tons of colors from you. And I know they would come and my work would not stop. That perhaps is the beginning of what I would see as a long and fruitful relationship with Appa, with the child, with you, and with the shop, of course. I don't see it as a shop, honestly. I mean, I keep saying shop, but I don't see it as a shop. For me, it's a place where there are all these things which are there to facilitate my creative endeavors. So I order these things from you and they're there. So that for me, today I can confess that I feel very humbled and honored, I think, by the kind of faith and affection Appa had for me. And I can say it that day. You remember the day when he took me home, he got me home and said, payasam. I don't know whether you had made payasam or whether payasam was ready, but I had that payasam at home. I mean, that is one of the most unforgettable occasions.
Do you have any special anecdote that you remembered? Like some funny incident or
there was a time when I walked into the shop and he showed me a Winsor Newton brush. Very expensive. I think the shop got it. He said, "This is for you, Ramesh. Take it." So I said, what is the price, Mama? He said, I'm not telling you the price. Take it. So I was a bit hesitant. So this brush was lovely Winsor Newton brush, which costed a bomb. I said, people like me cannot afford. Only that great artist, I'm not going to name him. He's dead and gone now. He can afford. So he kind of laughed so loudly. He said, oh, that fellow will use a broom to paint. He cannot buy this brush. This brush is for you. Take it. And he gifted it to me. And for years, I would not touch the brush because it was there in my cupboard. I would look at it, hold it, very precious. Very rarely, I would say, you come across somebody else, or the other person come across you, that you make a difference. You make a difference, not just your life has changed, but you start believing in the longer run, it's about humanity, it's about friendship, it's about just being good human beings. And I think we both made it possible for each other to be that. Did I speak? Did it make sense? Did it make sense?
Still I have that brush and I use it also. I will never forget Appa in my life.
சாரி வித்து போச்சே ஸ்டாக் இல்லை அந்த மாதிரிலாம் கேட்கவே முடியாது அவர் வாயில் இருந்து. அண்ட் அவர் he was so passionate and involved in the business that he will put it into action.
That encouragement was there, always from him. So for me back then, அப்போ யாருக்கும் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இல்லை. The only person in interest was me. So my person to talk to was Mr. Jayaraman sir.
He will not treat me like a buyer or supplier or something. He will treat me like a son. Real point is that only. His heart is very clean.
You had to really work with him to understand that his interior was really soft. But he would never show it on his face. Never. The sky may fall, but he will never show it.